Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. It is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. We are live. Sadly, our opening story is one that we have played out on here many times before, a school shooting. We also have an update on the shooting in Mesquite, Texas, and we will be going live to Elizabeth City, North Carolina, in just a few minutes. A brief word on Elizabeth City. There is supposedly a court ruling was made, and the family, one generation removed from the direct family, and their attorney will be able to see the body camera footages by the end of day tomorrow. That is the latest from there. We're going to Elizabeth City a little bit early because they were supposed to have a county commissioners meeting, and there was going to be a demonstration in front of before that county commissioners meeting. That meeting is now a virtual meeting and will not be in person, but we still are going to go to Elizabeth City, North Carolina, as they've been protesting out there every single day over the death of Andrew Brown Jr., who was killed by sheriff's deputies and sheriff's SWAT team members. And we'll go there in just a moment. But right now, our opening story.
We're going to start with breaking news out of Idaho. The story is developing here. A shooting at a Rigby, Idaho middle school has injured two students and a custodian. You can see where Rigby is there, just north and east of Idaho Falls. Police say the victim's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. A male student has been taken into custody. The school district says there's no further threat to students. Fox 13 Spencer Joseph is on his way to Rigby. We're going to have a live report later today, reports on Live at 4 and Live at 5, and of course bring you any information that we get that updates the story if we get it during the show.
Okay, so once again, a shooting has happened in Idaho. Two students have been shot, as well as a custodian has been shot, and we will be updating that as we go along. Right now, we're going to switch live and give you a look at what's going on in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. This is Deshaun Morris, who's a resident that has been out there every single day, and an Army vet. He and his wife are going to show us what's going on in Elizabeth City right now, since the county council meeting has been county commissioners meeting. My fault.
Water and Gatorade.
We're with this again.
That's why
we're with Deshaun Morris. You can find him on Facebook. Please go there, like, and give him a like and give him a follow to keep track of what's going on in Elizabeth City. Right now, we go back to Deshaun. Thank you so much for the footage, my man. Stay safe out there. We know the rednecks are going to pop up at some point. So when you all start marching tonight, stay safe.
you just so happen you don't know, Mom. You end up in a place, right? You realize what it is that's going on, right? Family member come up. We're talking about the oldest son, the one that's been vocal, right? And you listening, you already done seen them covering up the shit. You been outside and you been yelling it like they covering up. They killed that man in cold blood. They didn't get that man's due process. Y'all know how it started. You know what I'm saying? And then when you hear them tell the son that this man had a gun and they had to put him down, he started trying to attack them. The outrage, man. The rumbling in my stomach. I came in and took, man, y'all. Listen, man. And then all these other murders that's going on around here in this town that done happened, where these people ain't got clarity, they ain't got answers. All they done got is turned away, y'all. Like over the years. You know what I'm saying? Where people been blamed and, you know what I'm saying, speculated on and all this shit, but nobody really ever been, you know what I mean, convicted on shit like that. And it's always been the sheriff department and the police department changing the damn narrative, y'all. I'm sorry, man. This shit, oh, I got to stay right here. Ain't nobody around the front right now. You know what I'm saying? So with them changing the narrative like they do, like what y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you ain't got to be a policeman to know these things. You ain't got to be a lawyer or versed in law to know these things like a degree wise, man. All you got to do is study and show yourself approval now. You feel me? Study. Study the laws. Why in the world wouldn't you want to know the laws when they use them? You know what I'm saying? If you don't know the law, man, they gonna fuck you up. If you know the law, they gonna fuck you up. You might well know the law, so you have a better chance at getting you some money. Because that's the only way that you're gonna be able to get them. To understand what it is. It's either gonna be that or shooting them so that they get the point. You feel me? But we don't want to do that, y'all. We don't want to do that, man. Your elderly might not be able to fend for themselves, man, if they come back and they want to retaliate on them instead of getting y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I got a family member, right? Because you know what I'm saying? He shall remain nameless. Just know he'll eat. He shall remain nameless, right? Don't tell me that I shouldn't be looking at this as warfare. I shouldn't be looking at our little city as a war ground, right? I shouldn't be looking at Elizabeth City as a place where if you come here, you might as well just get your MRE rations, get you an M16A2 rifle like your ass in the military. I shouldn't feel like that, right? I shouldn't feel like that, but it's happening around me, right? I shouldn't feel like that. I shouldn't think that way. You telling a soldier that's been, you know what I'm saying, military trained and all of that stuff, yeah, I shouldn't think that way when I'm looking right at it, right? See, this when people that, you know, don't want to deal with reality, right? It's not my fault that they're making it this. It's not my fault that they're making it this. One thing, you know what I'm saying, about showing improvement is identifying with situations and knowing how to either leave that situation alone or try, you know what I mean, to come up with a solution. And right now, you know, I present solutions. I present them. I'm not a dictator. I'm not saying you gonna do this right now or I'm gonna kill you. I'm not doing nothing like that, right? I'm suggesting. It's only because I've seen what the fuck going on though. Why can't I suggest what it is? If it's a solution that will help, why can't I do that? Why can't I suggest if I feel like it'll help? Like I done seen that, you know, the wave. Some of these people on these waves and stuff like that, man, it ain't really rocking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like all y'all got on, a lot of y'all got on the wave of the Maybach. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, Pastor Maybach. A lot of y'all was on that wave. I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of y'all got lost in that Maybach. You feel me? Didn't even get into their Maybach, but you got lost in it. It's okay. We here to pick y'all up. We here to keep y'all focused. That's a lawyer right there. That's Spivey right there. Yeah, it's Spivey. You know what I mean? Like everybody gotta do their part, man. Why everybody looking for the fool's gold, man? I'm really out here trying to do something because shit, man. Y'all don't understand, man. You'll get the picture sooner or later. It could have been you dead in the street for over 4 hours while they tampering with the evidence because they the killers. They the murderers on the school zone. 8 something in the morning. Your kids could have been shot. It's very active at 8 something in the morning on Roanoke, you know what I mean, in the school day. Just so happened, you know, your kids they had to go to school that day. Roanoke is very active in the morning that time, y'all. I know it is, y'all. You feel me? Come in the city. You see what I'm saying? I don't drive a Maybach. I drive a Mustang. You know what I'm saying? I don't drive a Maybach. I drive a Mustang. You know what I mean? I don't chase clout. I get on my own lives. You know what I mean? You want to speak to me, I'm going to just speak to you. I'll let y'all know what it is. But chasing clout, that for? I'm confident in my own self. I'm confident in my own self. I'm confident that this city can come back from this shit, y'all. That's why we out here. I'm confident that this city can come back from this. I'm confident that if this city right now say that we're gonna put all our bullshit differences to the side and stand up right now, this city can come back from this. Yeah, I believe that. Just like I believe that this shit right here should have been took down a year ago. Yeah, the kids was out of school that day. Just so happened that the kids have, been going to school, but I'm just saying, man, Roanoke is an active street anyway. Davis and Roanoke is it's just an active street. You know what I'm saying? It connects, a lot of stuff. So they just active streets, you know what I mean? Like, and even then, it's just like when I be trying to tell, the boys, like, and don't get me wrong, man, I've been talking to some of these organizations, man, and we all realize that we can do our part, man. So look forward to the city being better, y'all. Like, the city, look, it's people that realize, that the errors of our ways, which means that we done all made some mistakes. Remember, I told y'all 100% accountability. Once the city get that together, then we can go ahead and weed out all the bullshit that don't mean the city no good. You feel me? But we got to take 100% accountability for ourselves. Listen, we gonna get it together, y'all. I promise you we is, man. But y'all gotta realize too, man, Rome won't in a day, won't built in a day, y'all. It won't. It just won't. You know what I'm saying? We fighting against the time that we lost. So y'all gotta keep that in mind, man. We lost a lot of time. This the stuff that our grandmas and granddads and great grandmas and great granddad, they don't pass that they don't transcend. This is what it is that they were trying to tell us to do. And we sat on our asses, y'all, so we paying the price for that. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100.
Awesome. That's Deshaun Morris from Elizabeth City, North Carolina. We're going to go back to him just momentarily. Right now, this is the latest from Mesquite, Texas, where a man was killed by police. It was 2 days ago we broke the story of what happened, and here we go live.
This video of the shooting gives us a glimpse. It was given to WFAA by a friend of Pink's family. It was shot by Pink's girlfriend who called police. She's given us permission to use the video. You see officers as they confront Pink. Then you hear shouting, "Don't do it, don't do it."
And it shows that the young man came out, and when he came out, they were still saying, "Don't do it." And seconds right after "don't do it," he looked like he had something in his hand, and then you hear the 4 shots.
In this video, we cannot tell if Pink has anything in his hand. Mesquite police say he had a knife and a club and charged at officers who fired their weapons. Pink's family says he did not have a club, but a walking stick he used daily. We also don't know what happened before the camera started rolling. The officers who fired did have tasers, according to Mesquite police, but in a situation when a suspect has a knife and is this close to police, they are trained to use deadly force, according to Sheldon Smith, who is the president of the National Black Police Officers Association.
With deadly weapons, the only thing that you can do is pull your service weapon. You can't, a taser will not stop a person. It's not guaranteed to stop a person if you use a taser and they have a knife in their hand.
Smith also says this was a domestic violence call. Mesquite police say officers had responded to this apartment previously for domestic violence calls. So when they arrived, they were on heightened alert.
Domestic violence calls are the most dangerous calls that police officers can respond to, because you never know what's going to happen.
Pink's family says he was suffering a mental health episode. It's unclear if officers knew he had a history of mental illness.
And I say this is a tragedy, not just for the family, but also for the community and also for the individuals that were involved.
Mesquite police say they promised to release all their video and a timeline of what happened by Friday. The attorney for Pink's father says they will make a statement at the time, but says the family is devastated by the death of this father of 4. In Mesquite, I'm Rebecca Lopez.
Okay, that's our latest update on what's going on in Mesquite, Texas. Some breaking news out of South Carolina from earlier today.
In this midday, one person now behind bars after hijacking a Columbia, South Carolina school bus full of elementary-age kids this morning. The good news, all the kids are safe, and so is the bus driver who managed to keep his cool throughout all of it. The armed person reportedly a trainee at Fort Jackson. Police say he boarded the bus at one of the stops armed with a rifle, and after a short distance, decided to kids and driving by the side of the road after the kids began asking questions. This all unfolded around 7 this morning. The suspect later ditched the bus and left the rifle and was arrested running through a nearby neighborhood. Take a listen from the Richland County Sheriff's Department describing what was a horrifying situation.
The kids that was on that bus, you can just imagine they were scared to death, along with that bus driver. I will give the bus driver credit. He kept his cool. He didn't overreact. He didn't get excited. He kept his cool enough that kept the situation calm. And I will tell you, his main concern was the safety of those kids, and he did his job.
How do you manage to keep your cool in a situation like that? We do have a crew there in Columbia at the scene. We'll have more on the story throughout the afternoon right here on WCNC Charlotte.
All right, that was breaking news from South Carolina there. A school bus was hijacked early this morning. The kids, the bus driver, they were
Get with somebody.
they were let off the bus, and the bus was eventually retrieved, and the suspect's in custody. Again, we have a school shooting at a middle school in Idaho. 2 students injured. A janitor shot. None of the injuries life-threatening, and a suspect is in custody in that as well. We also updated Mesquite, Texas, and the situation there. And now we're going to go back to Deshaun Morris. Now this is different than what we normally do. We normally have people that are live streaming that aren't members of the community. Deshaun is not a live streamer. Deshaun is a resident of Elizabeth City that gave me permission to use his feed and his commentary as he talks about his city. And this gives us an insight we don't often get on live streams. We go back now to Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
This is the stuff that they try to use against you, but you can use against them. It's fact. There's nothing wrong with you learning. You're supposed to learn something every day. Every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just walking back around, man, because I don't like, I don't care. I'm just me. You feel me? But yeah, look, I mean, it's getting bigger, it's growing. Hey, listen, and I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea about why it is that we needed to start policing the police, right? The police, when they was put here, right? Well, you gotta remember the police, they used them for the slaves and stuff back then. So that's the mentality that we gotta deal with now with a lot of these people, right? And I hear a lot of people saying, all the police ain't bad, this, that, and the third. If you don't speak up against your brother and you know your brother doing bullshit, kiss my ass for that, right? So keep that on moving right there. That's BS. I'm coming to you. So we here. See if we can get up with these county officials. Okay, it's 4:57 now, so I'm making my way down here. Of course, y'all seen Darius Horton down there, one of the councilmen. Got a couple of people coming up. What's up, baby? About what do you want to talk about? Going on out there.
So again, we're live in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, currently with Deshaun Morris, an Army vet and resident of the city that has agreed to show us what's going on and talk a little bit about his feelings about his community. And it's giving us an insight we don't normally get. If you're just joining us, a quick update on everything that's happened. There was a school shooting in Idaho. 2 students injured, a janitor injured, suspect in custody. There was a shooting that we broke on here in Mesquite, Texas 2 days ago. The latest on that is there is new footage. It doesn't really show us a lot. There's a discrepancy in that Mesquite, Texas shooting in that witnesses, including family members, say that Mr. Pink was armed with a walking cane that he always used, and he had a cell phone in the other hand. Police say he had a club and a knife and charged at them, and that's why both officers used their firearms to, in their words, put him down, and instead of tasers. And we've heard that report. That's also along the lines, we had breaking news of a school bus that was hijacked in South Carolina today by a Army trainee at a nearby Army base. None of the students were injured. The bus driver was not injured. The bus was hijacked, and the students were let off down the road, as was the bus driver, and everyone is safe. The suspect is in custody. Now we go back to Elizabeth City. The reason we came on so early here in Elizabeth City is there was supposed to be a county commissioners meeting, and that was supposed to begin at 5 o'clock. And there were supposed to be protesters voicing their concerns to the county commissioners about the activities of the sheriff's department. That meeting was changed to a virtual meeting. So we're going to go back and listen a little bit more to Deshaun Morris here on the American Doofus show. Don't be a doofus.
Yeah, but it's okay. We out here, regardless. Love me or hate me, I'm out here. I'm out here for the city. I swear to God. All right, so I'm seeing, look like everybody getting off for the day. Like everybody getting off for the day. Everybody getting off. So we out here for multiple things, y'all. We out for multiple things. We out here because Andrew Brown was murdered by the Pasco Sheriff Department here in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, man. That's why we here. We here because instead of doing the jobs that they are required to do by us paying citizens, they take law into their own hand and murder the man. They didn't care about the situation. They didn't care about maybe if your kids was there. They didn't care about the young man where his house was shot into. They didn't care about your feelings. They didn't care about the family feelings. And now, they all want to control the narrative. This has been nothing but push and pull on behalf of the sheriff department here in Pasco. Michael Cox and all these other people that we hired as top officials are not worthy enough to be top officials. They have let you down, people. I told y'all the fleecing of America, man, what you did, what we did as a people, was uncover so much corrupt BS in this city that they all in scramble mode. They don't really care. It ain't even damage control at this point. It's, well, we need to make sure that we can keep this money going in this city, right? But it's the truth, right? That don't mean you no good. The money that they talking about is the money that you gotta pay when you got high ass light bills, when your light bill costs more than what your rent is. You know, light bills where you know you might be paying $600-700 in rent, and your light bill might be $600-700. You know, because that's a real thing. Now, in Elizabeth City, that's a real thing. You know, a lot of people don't like to deal with facts. You might not want to come to my channel if you don't want to deal with, you know, opinions that can help us, suggestions that can help us. Then you might want to leave my channel. If you don't want nobody that's gonna be real to you 100% of the time, no matter what it is, you might want to leave my channel. You might not ever want to click on this channel again because see, I'm gonna give you the real. I don't care about them wearing uniform. They bleed the same thing I bleed. 100% accountability. That's what we ask for. These people right here are Homeland Security though. This FBI shit. Y'all want them here. Y'all want them here. We can't trust our police, so you want them here. Yeah, y'all want them here. Nah, you want them here. We don't want them here, but now that they here, yeah, we want them here. You want them here. Come. We can't trust our own police. We can't trust the Elizabeth City Police Department. We can't trust the Mesquite Sheriff Department. We can't trust them. You can't trust the FBI here. What are you talking about? So the police here are gonna get the FBI where they do, you know what I mean, damage control, trying to see what they can keep the police out of. You want them to investigate the police. No, you want the FBI to be here like they here. They here to investigate the police. So, you know, I'm trying to keep everybody informed the best way I can, man. Any type of knowledge that I have and that I can bring forth, I am. I've been trying to ask, you know what I'm saying, the people out around our town to come together, and if you got any insight, oversight, you know what I'm saying, anything that can bring you know, light to any situation, you know, for the end game. We going for the end game, y'all. You feel me? I told y'all Andrew Brown family gonna do what it is that we need to do to break down the financial barrier of the city. Y'all, you know, some of y'all want to play politics. I ain't got time for that. You feel me? But we're going to deal with this here. We're going to let them deal with the politics. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can break down some shit to y'all so that you understand, but it's almost like rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to listen or you're not going to take heed to it. Some of these people coming out here, man, with their own intentions. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be, okay, so they streaming it live now. So they streaming it live now, which means they're probably streaming it from home because we been here. Y'all know we been out here. Let me walk on that to the front. Y'all got to excuse me, man. I eat Mentos and shit like that. I'm sorry.
Again, this is Deshaun Morris from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, talking about Elizabeth City, North Carolina. You're not going to catch this anywhere else except on Deshaun's channel on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, go like, give him a follow so you can keep up with what's going on.
All right, so they are streaming it from their homes. What's up, son? What up, man? What's up, man?
I see you walk around the circle. I say, ain't gonna mess with him. I say, ain't gonna mess with him right now.
Y'all done shut down the county. They beat virtually. They won't even let us up in the beat.
Keep it day and night. We don't know day and night.
Okay, they're gathering for their nightly protest here, and we're at the half-hour mark. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and close down for the moment. Again, a wrap-up of everything that's happened. We've been watching Deshaun Morris, an Elizabeth City resident, talking about Elizabeth City in Elizabeth City, and that's valuable information. That's valuable insight, and we thank Deshaun for letting us do this. Again, if you're on Facebook, look him up. Give his video a like, follow him, and we started out with a school shooting in Idaho. Thankfully, no one killed, 2 students injured, janitor injured, but injuries not appearing to be life-threatening. We had a school bus hijacked in South Carolina this morning by a trainee at a nearby Army base. No injuries to students or to the bus driver, and the suspect was apprehended running away. We also have an update on Mesquite, Texas. If you're just joining us, go back and catch the beginning of this. And I'm going to be monitoring Deshaun throughout the protests, and we may come back on live. Hopefully everything is peaceful, and there's a safe space for those to voice their opinions as they continue to protest in this city of 18,000 people, roughly half of them members of the Black community. So thank you all for watching. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, hit the notification so you'll know when we do come back on, and share and leave a comment if you're watching this when it's not live. I love you all. Thank you so very much for watching. It's the American Doofus Show. We give you alternative news, information, and views that you don't see on mainstream, or you don't see enough. And we're going to keep eyes on Elizabeth City, North Carolina, because we want to make sure that justice is served. I love you all. It's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus.